Hey everyone, I'm just checking in today to remind you all about a special ROI that you as members can sign. ROI stands for Release of Information. One thing that makes the CSP so great and what it is the way that members care about one another and for each other. With the rise in the coronavirus cases, there have been a lot of concerns from members about other members, and wanting to know how people are doing, if they're staying healthy or well. In particular, people are asking if other members have died, since we know that the coronavirus has killed a lot of people in the United States so far. Um, uh, the unfortunately, when those questions are asked of us as staff, we're not able to share that type of information. MHR, Mental Health Resources, abides by HIPAA. HIPAA, which stands for Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. That was passed in 1996. Now, the name in the acronym doesn't quite explain how that impacts the CSP. So what does it mean to abide by HIPAA? Well, it means that when MHR obtains personal health information, or what we call PHI, of members, the information is protected from MHR sharing it with anybody. The only way legally for MHR to share a person's personal health information is to have that person sign what's called is a release of information. That literally gives the CSP permission to release or share your information with another person. We call it an ROI for short, ROI. Does this make sense so far? Now, here's where things can get a bit confusing. So let's say a person is a member at the CSP and they pass away. The CSP still has their health information on record, including the update that the person is deceased. So do you think that when someone dies, the health information is still protected? Well, it is. And oddly enough, the status of being deceased is considered a health status. So the CSP is not allowed to share that status with others. It's protected information still, unless you sign a release of information, or ROI. If you're a member of the CSP, there's a good chance you signed other ROIs that allows the CSP to call an emergency contact, a doctor, or other contacts that are important to you. You also have a choice to determine what information the CSP can share with each person individually. Let's say you want to sign an ROI for your sister and your brother, but you only want your brother to be called in an emergency and your sister to be called whenever you need anything or whenever anything comes up. You can select what information you want to have shared at any time. And you can also revoke that ROI if you choose you no longer want someone to be able to talk with the CSP. It's your choice. And that's one of the benefits of HIPAA. It's so that access to your personal health information is controlled by you. So, how does this tie into information about death? Well, the CSP offers an ROI that you can sign that states that you approve of the CSP updating members in the CSP community of your passing. This way, members can grieve your loss together and they can celebrate your life together. All your other health information is protected still. It only permits the CSP to update members of your passing. We would only be allowed to release that information to you based on the way that this release is worded. This way, members can grieve together and for you. All your other health information is still protected, and it only permits the CSP to update members of your passing. So we do encourage members who feel comfortable with the CSP community being informed of your death to sign this ROI. Many members have expressed that being apart for so long has been really difficult, and that the community at the CSP is special for how the members care about one another. I want to take a moment to acknowledge that through this conversation right now that we're having about this death release of information, the conversations about death, they can be activating. We're here to support you as you navigate this feature of life. Mr. Rogers once made a profound statement. To die is to be human, and anything human is manageable, and anything manageable is mentionable. Together in the community, I should correct that. Let me rephrase that. I said that wrong. Mr. Rogers once made the profound statement that to die is to be human, and anything human is mentionable, and anything mentionable is manageable. Together in community, we can support one another through times of loss and grief. Please feel free to call me at 651-356-2692 or your primary counselor if you'd like to verbally sign this specific release of information. We will keep the ROI on file, and you can request a copy of it at any time. So thanks again for taking some time to learn about HIPAA and releases of information. Be well.